have to have enough power to hurt him. I just got to beat him. That's it. If he slip up, then, you know, he will get hurt.
And what I'm seeing is I see a hungry Crawford, a Crawford that has been looking for the opportunity for a long time, finally getting the opportunity.
As the showdown draws near, Terence Crawford radiates an unshakable self-belief, carrying the poise of a fighter who knows exactly what he brings to the table. Calm yet confident, he's made it clear that he's ready for the biggest challenge of his career. On the other side stands Canelo Alvarez, a veteran of the sport whose resume is stacked with elite opponents. Canelo doesn't just rely on past victories, he leverages the depth of his experience as a weapon. With his trademark composure, he reminds everyone that he's been in deep waters many times before. Both fighters prepare to collide not just for supremacy, but to solidify their places in boxing history.
Dealing with this.
I've been in this sport like so many years. I had so many good fights in my career, and I had the experience to adapt myself to these kind of fighters. I fight everybody out there, every style. And I'm gonna do my job and put all my experience, all my talent there, and that's.
Crawford enters this mega fight brimming with confidence, making no secret of his belief that he can defeat anyone who dares to stand across from him. His composed demeanor and press events reflects a man who trusts his preparation. Yet beneath the surface lies a numbers game that tells another story. Canelo boasts a staggering 67 professional fights, many against pound-for-pound elites. Crawford's 41 fights, though impressive, represent a smaller sample of high-stakes combat. When the margins are razor-thin, experience in navigating pressure-filled moments might tilt the balance, and in this arena, Canelo holds the edge.
Know how great Terence Crawford is, but they don't know how great Terence Crawford is at 168.
Terence in his bag right now. He's going third person, you feel me? But yeah, like Terence has every right to talk his shit literally here. He's being respectful and fair play, but the questions are the ones he's asking, the ones he knows are being asked. What's he look like at 168? Can he take the power? Is he going to be too small? Is he going to be able to deal with Canelo's experience over time, right? Even though Terence is the older fighter, he has, I think, 20 less fights than Canelo does, or maybe more. Well, I think more than 20. And also, you know, competition level. This will be the most skilled, most experienced, biggest, strongest fighter that
Canelo's journey has been forged in the fire of elite competition. He's faced warriors like Gennady Golovkin, Floyd Mayweather, and Sergey Kovalev, battles that refined his strategy, endurance, and fight IQ. Crawford, while dominant in every division he's climbed, has not faced the same murderer's row of power punchers and defensive wizards. His brilliance has yet to be fully tested against an opponent with Canelo's unique blend of strength, skill, and adaptability. That gap in exposure to top-tier adversity could become a defining factor in the ring.
Everything is on Terence Crawford's side, all the legacy, meaning he only has the opportunity to win the belts. Saul only has an opportunity to defend them. Terence Crawford has an opportunity to be in a 5 division and the only person to win all 4 belts in 3 separate weight divisions. Why is Saul taking this fight? And I'm going to tell you why. Because there's some things in life more important than just the belts. And that 20-year career that Terence Crawford made, that O that he has, is very valuable. Very, very valuable. He had 1 foot out the game, and if he can be the man to defeat him, because remember, if Saul beats him, Terence Crawford was the first man to get all 4 belts in 2 separate weight divisions. Yes, I beat that champion. Yes, I beat the multiple division champion, and he had the...
Roy Jones Jr. brings a seasoned perspective to the conversation, suggesting that Crawford's greatest trial won't be tactical, it will be physical. The key, Jones explains, lies in Crawford's ability to absorb Canelo's power. However, Jones also emphasizes that superior technique often neutralizes brute strength. If Crawford can manage the physicality, his surgical precision, footwork, and ring IQ may give him the advantage. It's a test of whether skillful execution can overcome explosive power when it matters most.
There's some pushing and shoving going on. The weight difference is a big factor as well.
I pay no attention to the pushing and shoving. I pay no attention to the weight factor. What I pay attention to is the skill level that both guys show in and out of the ring. And what I'm seeing is I see a hungry Crawford, a Crawford that has been looking for the opportunity for a long time, finally getting the opportunity and really ready to grab the opportunity. And with Canelo, I see a guy who not necessarily hungry, but loves to entertain, loves to give us the big fights. Always tries to give the big fights. He finds a way to give us big fights. Not gonna always win them, but he always tries to give them to us. So he'll be a guy that, if he shows up and does the exact right thing, he can win the fight. If he don't do the right thing, which I don't see him doing, I don't know why he would at this point in his career. I don't know. It'll all be predicated upon how well Terence can take his punch.
You said you don't think, or you don't look into the weight difference. Why?
When you know how to box, when you're as skillful as Terence Crawford is, weight don't really matter much. Only thing that matters with the weight is can you take the punch. And I'm sure you've been sparring with super middles and light heavies, so I'm sure you probably can take the punch. So that's the only thing when you got skill. Now if you don't have skill, you can't take the weight, take it up, because you're gonna lose your punch, you're gonna lose everything. When you got skill, all your stuff that you have goes up with you.
Shaquille O'Neal, a passionate follower of combat sports, throws his weight behind Crawford. Shaq predicts a decisive win for the Omaha native, citing Crawford's technical superiority, pinpoint accuracy, and relentless mindset. In Shaq's view, this isn't just a contest of styles, it's a mismatch in terms of boxing intelligence. While his support energizes Crawford fans, it also highlights the divide in public opinion over who truly holds the edge.
Talking about the one fight right now, Terence Crawford versus Canelo. Who do you got?
Terence Crawford.
Terence Crawford?
Yeah.
Why?
He's the best ever.
Really? You think he's the greatest ever?
Yeah.
Over Ali, Muhammad Ali? I didn't know you were a big Terence Crawford fan like that.
Yeah, but it's there's eras, and in different eras, you can bring out the titles. Like, for example, Joker's the best big man ever.
Right.
And I don't like,
You put Joker over you as the best big man? Oh.
Different eras and different times. It's not my era, not my time now.
True.
It's their time. So he's the greatest big man in the NBA right now. So I let the people decide who that. But right now, Terence Crawford is the best.
So
and Floyd, because Floyd has never lost.
So how does Terence beat Canelo? Decision?
Or
Or
knock him out.
he's going to knock Canelo out?
Yes, man.
So they're going to have the fight at the Vegas Stadium, Raider Stadium. You're going to be there?
I heard it was off.
No, it's back on.
Okay,
now
yes,
it's back
yeah,
on. It's
I'll
in
be there.
September 13th in Vegas.
I'll be there.
You'll be there. Front row? Front row?
Of course.
All right, cool.
Trainer Robert Garcia offers a critical viewpoint by spotlighting a subtle but important detail. Canelo's recent performances have lacked the explosiveness that once defined his style. Garcia suggests this possible decline could be the opening Crawford needs. Timing, after all, is everything in boxing. And if Crawford is catching Canelo at the right moment, it could swing the momentum in his favor, despite the gap in experience.
I would probably say Crawford versus Canelo, because it's a fight that that most of the people don't give Crawford a chance because of the size, but he's got skills, man. He's got skills. He's got good speed, good footwork. That's why I do give him a chance.
You do give Crawford.
I do give Crawford a chance, of course. Canelo's last few fights, he does his work. He gets work done, but never does that little extra to please or to. He knows he doesn't need to anymore, so he's just comfortable enough with just securing the win. He became a businessman, and I think that could be something in favor of Crawford, that if he comes out in his best and good footwork, Canelo is flat-footed. He his last fight, especially against the runner, he was throwing one punch at a time. Didn't even try to be aggressive and get him into the ropes, throw combinations of 4 or 5 punches. He never even tried that. So I think at this stage, I am giving Crawford a big chance of maybe pulling it up.
Boxing legend Manny Pacquiao offers a respectful and insightful take, reminding fans that every fighter brings a distinct blend of style, strategy, and mentality to the ring. He cautions against making direct comparisons between champions, encouraging a more nuanced appreciation for each man's craft. Pacquiao urges the boxing world to let this matchup stand on its own, free from the noise of legacy comparisons.
What do you make of Canelo saying that Crawford's a better fighter than Floyd Mayweather?
Crawford what?
Better than Floyd Mayweather. Canelo said that.
Crawford can beat.
No, Crawford said Canelo. Canelo said Crawford's better than Mayweather. What do you think? What's your assessment?
There's a different style, you know. I mean, they're both good fighters, so it's hard to compare yourself to others. Like, you know.
Do you think
Thank you guys. We gotta go. We gotta move
Mayweather
on.
did against Canelo? Do you think he can do any of that?
What, Canelo?
Can Crawford do any of what Mayweather did against Canelo?
That's a good fight. I mean, you know, we'll see.
Thank you.
Reports from Canelo's training camp suggest that a major focus has been mastering ring control, specifically, cutting off angles and limiting Crawford's lateral movement. Canelo plans to trap Crawford, deny him space, and fight on his terms. As a pressure fighter, Canelo thrives when he can dictate distance and pace. If he executes this strategy effectively, Crawford may find himself cornered, literally and tactically.
As you see here, Saul Canelo Alvarez reveals his training to cut the ring off against a highly versatile fighter in Terence "Bud" Crawford coming up September 13th in Las Vegas, Nevada. Terence Crawford have the ability to switch from southpaw to orthodox, and Terence Crawford can also box on his toes and has a lot of power. What y'all think? Will this work? Let me know.
Meanwhile, Crawford's longtime trainer Brian "Bomac" McIntyre radiates a quiet but intense confidence. He stresses that their preparation has left no stone unturned. They respect Canelo, but they're not overwhelmed. Bomac believes Crawford's adaptability, intelligence, and discipline give them every reason to be confident. This isn't empty bravado, it's the product of hours of meticulous planning and sparring with bigger, stronger partners.
Like that, like a Canelo, and not only is his offense, he's got to have defense too, you know what I'm saying? So, styles makes fights. Bud got the better skills, and he got the better mind too.
Do you think with the styles in mind, but also the weight in mind, he can get that job done based on he's just so much more excelling in the skill?
You know what? He gonna get the job done. I promise you. He'll get the job done. You know, because you know, Bud boxing IQ is off the charts. You know what I'm saying? Next to Canelo, I'm not taking nothing away from him, but Bud just a little bit better.
I can tell you fully believe in your fighter and he believes in himself too. There was a slight back and forth at the press conference there. That was just a battle of belief. Who believes they're better? Obviously Terence believes he's better. Did you look into that? What happened at the press conference there as the first
That's
war
just
of words?
That's just press conference, man. You the reason why I believe into my fighter is because from day one. The first day he walked in the gym to where we at now. We haven't lost yet. Okay? He got a loss. He got 2 losses.
How does that affect him coming into this fight?
One thing about this, I always remember this. He got 2 losses, right? We got no loss.
Having shared the ring with both Crawford and Golovkin, Brook provides a rare, first-hand perspective. He warns that Canelo presents a different kind of threat, one that blends timing, ring IQ, and knockout power. While Brook praises Crawford's lightning speed and tactical mind, he cautions that Canelo's experience in massive, pressure-filled fights gives him a dangerous edge. Crawford will need to be flawless, physically and mentally, to prevail.
You know, it's a wow fight. You know what I mean? It's two supreme athletes fighting against each other, but you've got to sway towards Canelo. Crawford's gonna have to, move up, and I knew when I boxed Golovkin, there's a big difference, especially with someone that, fighting a middleweight, a mediocre world champion's okay, but when you're fighting someone like, Canelo or Golovkin, it's a different kettle of fish, I have to lean towards Canelo, but, Crawford's very, very, very good.
Do you think Crawford's still got the legs? Obviously, he's very much got great IQ in the ring, but he's very much a good mover as well. Do you feel like he's still got the legs to be maybe out-moving Canelo if he needs to?
Well, I don't know. I think when we look back at Mayweather when he beat Canelo, he's a mover. Crawford's not really like Mayweather in that aspect. He's more you know, he kind of sets his feet. It's just his cue with how he approaches chucking shots and moving. You know what I mean? I think it's a different fight to Mayweather, and Canelo's obviously a different fighter from when he boxed Mayweather. But like I say, it's one of them what we've got to tune into and watch. You know, both unbelievable fighters, but I'd have to favour Canelo. Just his size and his experience.
Crawford's defining strength has always been his ability to read his opponents in real time and adapt mid-fight. That fluidity has left many opponents baffled, unable to match his rhythm. Against Canelo, however, that adaptability will face its ultimate test. Canelo's timing, head movement, and counterpunching will give Crawford little margin for error. This bout may ultimately be decided by who can stay 2 steps ahead in this high-stakes chess match.
Crawford, on the other hand, he has been walking down his fighters, and people don't see that but me. For some reason, when I had that tape, people were screaming cat. And it's like David Ebenezer, Errol Spence, Sean Porter, Dan Bowe, a meme machine. Even against Madrimov, the way he won the fight was by fighting. It wasn't Floyd Mayweather sticking. This guy has been too athletically gifted, and I mean explosive, hard punching, and too strong for his ops. When he's in orthodox, he boxes more. When he switched, he becomes a puncher. And now he's coming out southpaw. He ends you. He is not, you gotta watch him fight. He does do athletic things where his hands and his feet work together and he catches you for sure. But what he mostly do is he punishes and he bullies his ops because he walks you down and whips your ass. He's an ass.
Saudi advisor Turki Al-Shika's involvement elevates the fight to a global spectacle. His endorsement ensures that this bout won't just be a sporting event, it'll be a cultural moment, promoted on an epic scale. It reflects how boxing has grown beyond borders and how this fight, in particular, carries the weight of international attention.
Because we are true fighters. We are true fighters. True fighters. True, yeah, of course. No, not YouTuber fighters. Huh? Not YouTuber fighters. Yeah. They need to talk and talk shit about the fight because they want to say something. The people know we are great fighters. We want to put a great fucking fight. Yeah. We don't need to talk. I am sure in the end in the mid of September we will have one of the greatest fights ever happen in boxing. And I am sure.
UFC President Dana White's participation signals a rare crossover between boxing and MMA. With his promotional savvy, White promises to bring new audiences and marketing innovations that could redefine how boxing events are staged. His presence speaks to the magnitude of this matchup. It's not just a fight, it's a global entertainment juggernaut.
Unrelated to this fight, but Turkey made it seem like you weren't going to be promoting the Terence Crawford-Canelo fight. Is there anything you can kind of clear up on that?
He made it feel like I wasn't?
Yeah, well, he said that someone else was promoting it. He didn't say no TKO, he just didn't include your name in a tweet, and people kind of freaked out online about where'd Dana go.
I'm going to tell you what's awesome, man. So, there's a lot of fucked up things about boxing, but they don't say shit. I mean, nobody talks. It's the most amazing thing. If we sign a deal, I gotta fucking get on my phone quick. Hey, we're just fucking, because 90,000 people will be out there talking about it. These guys don't talk. I'm promoting the fight.
Nico Ali Walsh, grandson of Muhammad Ali, sheds light on Crawford's training strategy. He reveals that Crawford has sparred extensively with bigger, stronger partners to simulate the kind of pressure Canelo will bring. It's a testament to Crawford's attention to detail and his desire to leave nothing to chance, addressing the size disparity through calculated preparation.
People with Canelo before Canelo's last fight, but then after Canelo's last fight, it seems like it's more 50-50 now. So everything is just the build up for that fight is just going to be absolutely magnetizing. Like that fight, it's garnered so much more buzz after Canelo's last fight, and Bud is Bud. He's one of the greatest fighters in boxing history. He is one of the greatest fighters in boxing history. So it's going to be a fight.
it's going to be awesome to watch.
Have you sparred any of them?
I haven't sparred Bud yet. I haven't been in Canelo's camp. I've met Canelo a few times. I love Canelo's team. Canelo's one of my favorite fighters. He's been my favorite fighter for the longest time. But you know, I have to be Team Bud because me and Bud are cool, and I have so much belief in Bud, and I know who he is as a fighter. He is one of the greats. So he can do anything, you know, he wants.
And being around both of them and seeing how they work and train and things like that, what makes both of them the fighters they are, in your opinion?
I've watched Bud, so for Bud in particular, he's calm in everything he does, and that kind of calm is scary to watch because it shows experience. You can see that he's been doing this for decades.
Oscar de la Hoya offers a sobering analysis. While he acknowledges Crawford's brilliance, he reminds fans that size and weight aren't theoretical, they're real, physical challenges. In a sport governed by physics and punishment, even the most skilled fighters can be overwhelmed if they're outmuscled. His words serve as a reality check for those swept up in the Crawford hype.
William who? Canelo versus William Skull. William who?
Oscar being back in New York over here.
No, let's just say Canelo Crawford, in the history of boxing, and this is the facts. Let's get it. If you see Thursdays, back Thursdays, I speak the facts. All right? I'll even do it for you. A good little man has never beaten a good big man in the history of the game, unless you go back to certain situations with Pacquiao beat me, but I was a dead man walking anyway. But a good little man never beats a good big man, so it's a tough test for Crawford, but I'm not counting him out. The bottom line, and this is the truth again, it's a money grab. That's it.
Yeah. He's too big, and you know, Crawford, as good as he is, he stepped up with Metrimorph, and he struggled a little bit. You know, he won, but it was more competitive than we thought. Well, we didn't understand how good Metrimorph was because we underestimated him because he only had 10 pro fights, but he had 300 amateur fights. He was a good, solid fighter, right? And he's on this card, of course, but he was a good, solid fighter. We didn't understand that, so we started to knock down Crawford a little bit because our expectations.
Veteran trainer and analyst Teddy Atlas delivers a cerebral take, framing the fight as a mental war as much as a physical one. He believes that Crawford's ability to process information under fire could offset Canelo's advantages. In Atlas's view, the key to victory lies in adaptability, courage, and clarity under pressure, qualities that define champions more than raw strength alone. And with that, the table is set for one of the most anticipated fights of the modern era. This isn't just a contest between two champions, it's a battle of eras, of mindsets, of philosophies. Whether it's Crawford's intellect or Canelo's experience that prevails, one thing is certain, this fight will leave a lasting mark on the legacy of both men and on the history of the sport itself.